where the benefit is, how to claim for that. Sometimes there's illiterate issues, literacy issues. How do we bridge the gap? And some of us might be eloquent in explaining ourselves in English, interacting in that language, but how many are from our African people? And I'm speaking as a black person who knows the challenges. So we afford the services in languages that they understand. It's different if I send you a written email with what to do than me having a discussion with you in a conversation in a language that you can understand. And we can have robust conversations that will ultimately, at the end of the day, make sure the monies are paid out. So we've been on this journey, and we've been to a lot of rural areas to impart the education, to afford members of the public opportunities to come and check for benefits. We investigate where investigations are ought to be done. In rural areas, we formed formidable partnerships with traditional councils. There's a lot of work to be done, but as I say, we are correcting a while of the past. So I also ask that we please bear with the process as it unfolds. I know it's also been an injustice for too long, so me also asking that people understand also sounds unreasonable, isn't it? But I think through the process and interactions like this, we are a step closer to where we were 5 years ago. We are able to have conversations with real people who are impacted by this crisis. Sitting at our offices in number 1 Ambershaf Street, Brownsville, we wouldn't have had a view of how this typically impacts somebody from Sebokeng whose mother or father worked in a particular company but have not received the monies as yet. Hence, we say we are firm believers of co-creation. So we've further opened our doors to say, how do we collectively solve? We've had discussions with Bontate Moses, Bontate Thomas, over a while to say, you know the frustrations on the ground. How do those impact or direct the strategies that we employ as administrators to try and create or correct this issue? And I think I bear testament. It has been quite fruitful thus far. We also had an open day last year at our offices at Bromfontein, where we afforded a lot of UBC members the opportunity, and members of the public, by the way, to come free of charge to the Liberty offices to check for benefits. There were buses and transports afforded by Liberty to the relevant individuals to come and check. Is that good enough? You may ask. It's a dent. It's a dent in the bigger pandemic that we are faced with, but it's a step in the right direction. There's still a long way to go, but I think we are deliberate and intentional about it, and we look out to more of these type of interactions with the people on the ground on how we can further solve. From a legislative perspective, I believe the FSCA is putting the governance to make sure that in the next 20 years, we don't have the same discussion again. And as administrators, we are being deliberate in honoring and fulfilling those to correct. Today, our data is much better from the records that we administer and going forward, but it doesn't address the historic challenges that we continue to solve for. I think that's how far we are. I had prepared a video just on a few case studies where we've gone to remote areas to deal with this problem. For me, it's the human element in all of this. We talk about systems, we talk about financial institutions, but there are people who are impacted by this. When you see the impact of what this is doing to beneficiaries or the missed opportunities, I think that's when the bell rang for me. Without wasting more time, I'm just going to ask for 2 minutes to play a quick video, and I'm going to adjourn. I've been told that I talk too much, my time is up, but that's the passion in me. But yeah, please indulge in the video, and I'll appreciate your comments and recommendations going forward. I thank you.